all he does is go wash her plates. You know what I mean by wash her plates?
I don't know.
Go down on her, and the woman gives him money. So now, you won't see that to say, oh, men that go after women with money. But when a woman does it, it becomes
But
a
do
problem.
you also know that woman that does that collects money from another place?
No,
do you also know?
She makes her own debt.
Were you there? Were you there?
This is a woman talking.
Were you there?
This is a mature woman.
Were you there?
Listen.
Gentlemen, boys and girls from Lagos to London to Nigeria to everywhere in the world, welcome to another exciting edition of Hot Mics. And today, Ogbono Feli is the case. Once again, my name is Titi Kuti, also known as Titi Kuti.
The winers also known as a day tiger.
Yeah. I have my colleagues here with me. Introduce yourselves now. Let me go mention one of the names.
And like you all know, my name is Morris Imadu, also known as Morris Imadu, or also known as Imadu Morris.
Whichever way they want to put it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy again, Emmanuel Iboke, also known as whatever you want to call me.
Upcoming. Man of
Emmanuel's introduction is like an artist, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy.
Yeah.
I don't tag the Yahoo boy now. Top my dressing now. The artist.
Yahoo upcoming.
Without further ado, we did promise you guys that we're going to bring a guest on the show
Absolutely.
today, and we always make good our promises. So, without further ado, may I introduce to you the legendary producer from Nigeria to Canada, one and only international, Deborah Ewedafe.
Thank you.
How are you, Deborah?
Thank you. Like you all know, my name is Deborah Ewedafe, aka Nothing.
AKA what?
AKA Nothing. I don't understand the AKA. Maybe one day when I become like you.
All right.
When I become like you or like you, I will have my AKA. So for now, I'm just Deborah Ewedafe, and thank you for having me here. I'm really honored, excited. Hot mic.
So one of the premise of this show is to try and link practitioners in the industry from Nigeria to Canada. So for the sake of those who have heard of you, they don't know much about you here, can you give us, in 2 minutes, just tell us who Deborah Ewedafe is and what she does?
Yeah, thank you very much. Deborah Ewedafe is just this Deborah Ewedafe. Not a big deal. A producer, right? And like most of you know, I ventured into the industry by trying to produce movies so I can be relevant. Because I know if I just say, oh, please give me role, give me this, give me that, which we all know is very difficult these days to just get roles like that. So I tried to get into the industry by producing my movies. And then I went to Nigeria. I got introduced to some couple of A-list, good directors. And then afterwards, I merged Nigeria and Canada production together, and I was able to do something international, bring Nollywood to cinemas here, which I was the first person to bring it, and I was so excited.
Whoa. Big strides.
That's
huge.
Yeah,
I'm happy about that. And just like you said, my main aim is to kind of introduce the industry more into Canada, because such things are really not working here. So I actually tried, and I guess I broke that yoke. Because recently I got one producer from Nigeria too that called me that he has a movie to premiere here. And I was so excited. I said, yay, I'm getting there. That's exactly what I want. It's not like it's for me, just for the industry. I'm doing this for the industry.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy. I got one person on the line. Very soon, by God's grace, something is going to happen here soon. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so just watch out.
All right. We'll keep fingers crossed on that.
Yeah,
but I hope you have your bulletproof vest on, because the reason we called you here today. So your names have been dropping in some peculiar conversations. There's nowhere for you to run because in episode 2, I remember you were posting it on Boris. There's nowhere to run today. So, but overall, you're going to have a nice time. But please have your bulletproof vest on because today it's going to be a hot seat.
Yeah, and
You ready?
and Titi, during the introduction of yourself, you only told us about the mice that you have broken, the traditions that you have broken in Canada, and you did not tell us the other things that you do. Because if you go to Lawrence and Weston, she has one of the biggest hairdressing salon there.
Absolutely.
So you've not really told us about or is it only movie that you do?
What is funding the movie? Where's the budget?
I'm sure now she
for executive
grade this hair
production
where
comes.
she carry. As I see am for Instagram.
So you didn't really tell us who Deborah is. You just gave us the glance.
Okay. What I was made to understand is we're just talking about the industry. But if you want me to divert, I will tell you. My first love is hairdressing. When I tell people I'm a hairdresser, they will tell me, no, touch it up. Money, I don't touch anything up. This is me. I can't say. And you're saying I have one biggest salon, kinikon. No biggest salon anywhere. I cannot pretend to be who I am not.
Absolutely.
That salon, in Western Road is a portion. They call it chair. You buy your chair. So what I do is, before then, I used to work in my house. I use my basement always for my salon. It's not about, you have the biggest salon, you want to show to the world that you can do this, you can do that. No, I'm not that kind of a person. I am as simple as you can see me here. I do my hair thing at home. I had to go and do that salon because I came from Nigeria and I was completely stranded when I went for a product. This is my last production. So I had to go to a public place where even walkabys will see me and then come in. So actually, that salon actually did good for my life. It helped me a lot to recover from my depression. Let me put it that way. I really went into depression. So that was the salon you're talking about. That's the salon you're talking about. And it's not my salon per se. But every one of us in there, we all have a table. Okay. So it's not like, it's my salon. No, I cannot take credit for what is not mine. And also, yes, talking about hairdressing, that is what actually brought me to the position I am today. Because even when I left Nigeria, when, the general idea is, so when you go abroad, you are going for prostitution, right? But my own kind of abroad that I went to, the very moment I stepped into abroad, like we all call it, like you see, I do my hair myself. I will just do my hair. And before I walk 1 meter.
You did this yourself?
Yeah, I did my hair myself.
Wow.
So before I walk 1 meter, you will see about 10 people asking me, where did you do your hair? So that's how I get my clients. So right from day one, I've been making money. And when I mean money, it's not until you have the biggest salon before you make money. I will sit in my house and make the money the biggest salon cannot make.
And you ain't paying rent.
Okay, yeah, I pay the rent of my house, I pay my tax, but no, that notwithstanding, instead of telling the world, you are a big girl, you are this, you are that, it's not, you don't need all that,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I actually ventured, I did a couple of things, aside my hairdressing, also, as we will all call it hustling, yeah? I hustle a lot. I don't sit one place, say, until a client call me. I have to be on the street. What is happening in the street? What in the year? What in be the latest?
Based on
like
industry.
Based on industry. You understand? You don't just sit and say, or maybe you look for a rich boyfriend to come and sponsor you or take care of it. No, that's not me. What a man can do, me, Deborah, can do better.
Absolutely. Maurice, I don't know if you picked up from what she said. She said some people think going abroad is prostitution. And I don't know if this is the first time you guys are hearing this, because I don't know who those people are. So who are the people that
it's a common knowledge, but trust me, you don't want to. That's the
No. Don't answer for Deborah. There are people she probably have in mind when she mentioned that. So
you want to draw my leg. You want to tell me you don't know. It is a common knowledge, just like he said. It's a common knowledge.
Now it's
even
a
when
common knowledge.
Even when I was living in Nigeria, I'm from a very religious home. When I was about living in Nigeria, my mom, my siblings, they all said she can never go to abroad or Europe. She will go and do prostitution. Kinikon. Really, to tell you the truth, I was leaving Nigeria without having the idea of what I was going to do abroad. That's just the truth. I just wanted to leave Nigeria. I never had the idea what I was going to do. But the general knowledge in Nigeria is that you are going for prostitution. So I got to Europe and I knew I would never, and I wasn't going to do prostitution. I just knew it because of my background. You understand? So I got abroad. Luckily, the very first person I met, introduced me. See, when you leave Nigeria, the very first person you meet, if the person is a prostitute, you will become a prostitute. If the person is a drug dealer, you will become one. So the very first person I met, the trade the person was doing was the trade I started doing. But my profession, like I said, paved way for me.
All right.
I think that's a big one. So when you are traveling abroad, if you are listening to us out there, the first person that you meet matters a lot.
Absolutely.
So whoever you are going to meet, always ask the person, what are you doing in the
Exactly.
abroad? Though?
Exactly.
If you say I'm into clearing and forwarding, no, go down and they clear people things, they forward and go Nigeria. So,
But don't get me wrong, still, it's not everybody that goes abroad that does whatever job. But you might want to leave home and have a particular thing or idea of what you want to go and do abroad. So I'm not saying everybody is a prostitute, right? Yeah.
So is this ideology only for women? Because I never thought of going abroad to do prostitution as a man. So I don't know.
Yeah, as a man too, those that left Nigeria, just like I said, you just want to leave Nigeria by all means. When you get there, you figure out what you want to do. So most men, they get abroad and do I would call it oroloye. In Greece, they call it oroloye. You sell wristwatch, you sell beads and all that on the streets. You just hawk it on the streets. So that job is the only legitimate job you can do in Greece, as at that time. So, but if you want to go bigger, you know what it is.
Yeah, but just like the general knowledge for ladies is that they will go and do prostitution. The general knowledge
of ladies
will say
those
you go and
days.
wash plates. Some will say you go and wash dead people and all that. That's
Those
the
days there was
general
nothing like that,
knowledge for
split or dead
men
people.
too,
As at my time, now I don't know what is happening. As at my time, when I left Nigeria about 26 years ago, there is nothing like go wash plate or anything. What you just do is either you have been sponsored to come abroad and do prostitution, or your husband brings you, and then you do street oroloya as well.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand? Or those days, the men even take their wife to go and do prostitution by themselves. They go and drop their wives on the street to do prostitution. Okay. So,
okay,
So
let's go to business.
let's not deviate from like that's we'll come back to that. That's the topic on its own that we'll come back to at some point. It's huge. But back to industries. Before we go further, there's a couple of things that happened back in Nigeria in the past week that we haven't seen before we reconvened again today. As much as I was hoping that we will not talk about politics at all today, like it's still, we can't detach completely. And there'll be some interesting news, some things going on, even in the entertainment sector, that I think we can just shed 1 or 2 cents on. Number one is the issue of the Chief Justice of Nigeria. No, not the Chief Justice. The CJN. The CJN, yeah.
Of Nigeria,
Who is presumed to have traveled in some sort of a clandestine motive to meet up with Tinubu in respect to all this election brouhaha that is going on. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think he actually went to meet Tinubu? Because he left a week before, but there is so many conspiracy theories that are going on. What do you guys think?
Well, before Maurice jump in, because I know next thing he'll conclude that he went to meet Tinubu as LP. So before you jump in, first of all, remove that shade of LP. We are one Nigeria these days.
Thank you.
So you can jump in now.
Okay, I saw the story, and what I believe is that whatever anybody's planning will not work. Whatever certificate of return has been issued, thank God it's a certificate of return and it will be returned at the right time. So when I saw the story, I went online, tried to make some findings and all that okay, this man left a week before, and this guy also, the president the president that has the certificate of return.
President-elect.
Okay.
Thank you.
The president also went a week after. And rumor has it that they met. The truth is, for me, if you want to ask me if I believe or I do not believe, to an extent, I believe that something shady is going on. And I just believe that with time, it's still going to come to light. But whatever they are planning, I'm sure it will not work. But something shady is going on. I'm 100% sure.
But if for a situation that P2B traveled and coincidentally the Chief Justice traveled, would you also believe that they went to meet?
But you should know that Peter
You
Obi
think you think that there are no other ways they can meet in Nigeria if they want to meet?
No, you can't. Don't
No,
forget that.
do you actually know
Don't forget that,
it's more
Difficult.
It's more difficult for them to meet outside Nigeria
No,
without people knowing
you're wrong about
It
that.
is.
No, you're
Look
wrong
at what
about
happened.
that.
Immediately
No.
both of them traveled, the rumor spread.
This is it. It is more difficult to meet in Nigeria because
How?
do not
No,
forget.
how?
Now that's what I'm going to. I'm going to show you that now. See, everybody in Nigeria understand what is going on. It is a Nigerian country. If you pass here, you enter here, and another person passes and enter, you have 100, 200 and something million people that are seen at the same time. But in the abroad, if the CJN walks past you today outside
Can I
there,
ask
you
you-
won't be
can I
able to
ask you a
recognize
question?
him.
Can I ask
You don't know
Can
him.
I ask you a question? 2019, the last election they did before this one, when Atiku was going to court and Buhari was in power, what made you think that at some point Buhari and Chief Justice were not meeting in Nigeria? Not because they didn't travel out of Nigeria, doesn't mean they never met to talk in Nigeria.
It is difficult.
There are
No,
times
it is difficult because
if they want in midnight, they can meet. These people you're talking about, it's just like secret court.
Is it? Are they
Coming
going
to
to
tell
go
that
through?
you know
If they
people
want
that are
to
in
meet,
secret
if they want
court?
to meet, are they going to go through a gate? Are they going to see? Are
So,
people going to see them or not?
Let me ask you a question. All the
It's easier abroad.
It's
than
not.
It's
Nigeria.
not.
I will not
Morris.
agree with you on this, but I will agree with him. Why? Because Nigeria is very easy to set up a clandestine meeting. Somebody will fly in a helicopter from at 1 a.m. in the morning
1
from
a.m.
Benin straight to Abuja.
Will he fly alone? Will there be a pilot that flew
Do you-
that?
do you know-
Do you know how many?
the
Do you know how many houses?
privacy?
Do you know how
Do you
many
know-
houses? Do you know how many houses have helipads?
No.
No. Hold on. I'm saying something like I'm trying to establish the point here. So you fly from Benin or wherever it is straight to Abuja for a meeting.
Okay, let's count
Hold
how
on.
many people would have seen you while you were flying from Benin.
How?
to
Somebody,
Abuja.
1 a.m.
a
Who will fly
helicopter-
the plane?
A helicopter drops. These guys have private pilots that
The
have
people
non-disclosure.
there, you think they talk, they
They
open
have
mouth and
non-disclosure.
start talking?
So helicopter picks up from a house,
Come on.
flies straight to Abuja for a meeting. They have a meeting for 2 hours. The helicopter drops him back in Benin, 5 a.m. in the morning. So people that are except people that are in the immediate neighborhood that hear the helicopter sound, every other person does not even know that he has left.
They are
Benin.
left.
So it's easier to set up a clandestine meeting, but in the foreign world, because it's not your homeland, you are conscripted to some certain exposures. They are not going to give you some kind of the kind of treatments that you are getting in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
No. The best you can do is pay for a business class flight. You pay for a private chauffeur, but from your business class flight to where the chauffeur is parked, you walk through, people will see you. But in Nigeria, you can have meetings. Do you know how many meetings all these politicians were having?
See,
All through.
if I would say something,
Of course,
you
please.
see, from your own point of view, MC Morris, you, Emmanuel, and Titi, I want to disagree with every one of you. My own is just quite different. I want to be neutral in this case.
Okay.
Let's take that Chief of Justice, Sabi. They said, well, at the airport, he was on a wheelchair when he got to his hotel. We all know that once you are, they call them, what do we call?
Priorities.
No, priorities. What do we call this, our elders here? They call them
Seniors.
Seniors. Once you are a senior and you can't walk fast, you can't walk like, they give you that priority to go on a wheelchair with somebody to support you. That's generally known here. So, that's one. This propaganda, like, the propaganda in Nigeria is getting
Too
too
much.
much that I cannot even stand it. Even as Yes,
It's not from LP people.
I am an LP. No, don't say
No,
for
it's
LP
not
people.
from
That's
LP.
what,
Are you LP too?
that what I am. And I will say with all my heart, with
not
my
from
chest
LP.
like this. LP,
We are all
100%.
LP, my
Now
sister.
listen, let me tell you.
No, I'm not.
I am an LP,
I
right?
am Nigeria.
Okay, I am an LP. I will still say it. Aside Nigeria, I'm an LP. LP being very obedient. And LP members or LP followers, you will know them by their traits.
Yeah. Count
Obedient
Morris out
people,
of it.
cultured people, intelligent people. You understand? You will always recognize them when you see one. So I want to belong to that group. Anyways, let's put that aside. You see, this man came, right? Ordinarily, he's supposed to go on that wheelchair. That doesn't mean he's trying to disguise. No.
Of course.
They should know this. Secondly, yes, he's in London. He was. I don't know if he's back to Nigeria. He was in London. He's back to Nigeria. He was in London. And then Tinubu went, what's our business? Okay, let them go and plan whatever they want to plan and let them come back. Even if they plan, they don't plan, what will be in that country. That's what I believe. So this propaganda going here and there, this man, whatever, they are just, it's so irritating. All I just know is let's just mind that, yes, let it come. Let the propaganda, it makes us lively. Every day I wake up in the morning, I want to check what is going on. It's fine. I love it. Let all come. But the truth is, that man might, to me, yes, it might have something to do with Tinubu, for sure, 100%. Tinubu, sorry, sir. He's not, we all know, not 100% clean. He can do something nasty. Yes, people. He can do something nasty. They will have a plan. Yes, which we all know they do have plans now. These are plans they have every day. See, whether they do it in Nigeria or they do it abroad. These are plans they have every day.
You guys don't know. Let me tell you guys what you guys don't know. The fact still remains that whether the propaganda of they met outside Nigeria to discuss whatever they have to discuss.
Yeah.
Chief Justice is APC member. They all have meeting. They can meet whether in Nigeria.
Anywhere.
Like they can meet. So I don't see why because he traveled outside abroad.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with that. There's nothing special with that. That's why I said I was going to be neutral here. There's nothing special about that. Why the big deal?
So I'm going to agree with both of them on this. And this is my position. I think that we should stop whipping up unnecessary meanings to things. So, and this is directed towards LP followers especially. To be very honest,
Morris especially.
as much as I respect the core genuine followership you have for Labour Party with Peter Obi as the front runner, you also have to understand that there's a tipping point between being a true follower and being an extremist. It's a very tipping point. And I have my reasons for saying that. A lot of times, so far I think it's only the Labour Party followers that are still not seeing that in this election, even with all the craze that has happened, we saw it all. Democracy has gained some serious strides. They are not seeing it. And with every step, I respect Peter Obi more and more because he's the person. He continues to douse the pressure. He has not expressed any discomfort or any. He has not expressed any doubt in the judicial system. He's telling his followers, "I will go to court. I've been a beneficiary of the court. So let the court prevail. If not for that singular stance, with how tensed up Labour Party's followers are, things could have been heated now. So, and for me, as I said, I understand the pain. I understand the dynamics of what has transpired that has put them in that mindset.
Yes, our mandate.
Of course, no doubt. I understand it. But the truth is, understand democracy is a process. So, agree with what all of you have said, except him. Stop whipping up. It could have just been a honest coincidence.
Okay.
No, I'm trying. Let me learn.
Yeah.
We cannot agree.
And then
we cannot agree on this one.
The second thing I want to say
Give us our mandate.
is that I appreciate the fact that, look, do you know how many Labour Party governors we have now? Last episode there were 3 of them. Now there are 6
Governors
from Labour Party.
Where?
No, it's seen.
Are you not following
Yeah,
the
we-
news?
we- we-
There's
I-
6
I saw
Labour
one
Party
yesterday,
governors now.
Yeah,
I only know of Abia State.
There are
No,
6 of them.
yeah.
Where?
I read something about it yesterday.
Yes,
as well. Yeah.
there's 6 of them now.
Even on YouTube too, you can.
And
yeah.
they're 48 in the House of Rep and Senate split.
And 63 about in same House of Assembly.
Oh, is it not 63? The last time I was counting, it was 40
No,
something.
63. As
So
at yesterday, there's this guy. I think I saved it.
If even buttresses my point more, I feel that the custodian of the mantle for Labour Party, Peter Obi, is advising against
Violence. Yeah.
which is at the nip of the board. And the worst thing that can happen is for Nigerians to be the pawns in political games. Because I said something in the last episode. It's all these politicians that are having issues. They will still dine and wine.
They will.
Some of them have dined and wine for what has transpired to transpire. Some of them in opposite party have dined with themselves because of strategic alliances. So if as a Nigerian you have decided to make permanent enemies, or you decide to, because of these politicians that will sit down and wine, I don't think it's the wisest thing. This is my position, and I honestly, I'm not going to have any more comment on that.
Me too. I don't really want. See, just give me 1 minute, because you see what you just said. You see that thing, they pain me. They pain me where it don't make me change to pitching. Because why? You people always see Labour Party as the internet bullies, and you always complain about Labour Party all the time, but you never always want to bring out that thing that APC has done.
Oh, no.
Yeah, people do bring it out. Oh, people do bring it out.
no,
The
no.
APC people don't want to
We
recognize
have
that,
brought
and
it
that
out-
pains
we
me a
have
lot.
brought it out on this show.
Okay, you have
brought
brought it out on the show. I'm
a
telling
lot.
I'm telling the world now. I'm telling Nigerians.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. In
So-
fact, I'm telling everybody watching me here now today that anytime you want to say the Labour Party are too I don't know, to the extreme. Yes, we are to the extreme, because me as one to the extreme. Like, I have a friend, a close friend that's an APC. Because of this same party thing, I don't go close to that person, because I see her. That's the truth. Oh. I just see her as a traitor. I see her as a bad person, because if you can support evil, then you are a bad person. So yes, what I'm trying to say conclusively now is this. If you go on the internet, it's always help people at this, help people at that, help people. But I've never seen people really come out to say that they are neutral like you, right? To say, oh, APC this, and APC, okay, you people just relax now and let's watch. Like, we have gone to court. And that is what I want to be hearing.
Well, the truth is that I don't know about what is going on the internet, but
On
as
this
far as
show,
this show is concerned,
We have called out.
we have been as neutral as possible. Even
Good.
the Labour Party supporter here, we have established some points to him that he has had to concede. Sink it in, because sometimes it's perception. You see, what is going on with you now is what the politicians want. This is the honest truth. This is what they want, for them to look. The easiest people to rule it's a common knowledge. It's a common knowledge in dictatorship or any form of government. The easiest people to rule are divided people.
True.
So once they put A against B, all they need to do is whisper to A what B said, whisper to B what A said.
Okay, let's
And-
preach to
no,
the world now.
I'm
that they are
getting-
trying to do
I'm
this,
getting a-
so that
I'm
we
getting
should
one.
start with ourselves.
Please let me quickly clarify this.
Okay.
Elected governor for Labour
Labour
Party.
Party,
It's
yes.
just Abia State.
It's Abia State. I know.
8 senatorial states and 36 House of
So
Representatives.
36 out of rep.
I'll bring it
Eight
out.
senatorial states.
And then 1 elected governor.
Bloggers can carry a
Wait,
lot of
so
things,
hold
but I
on.
know
My
of
phone
only
is not here. I
Abia
have it. I
State.
actually saved it. I'm going to send it to you.
I saw it
Abia
somewhere
State.
too.
Yeah,
Well,
I have
mean,
it. I'm going to send it to you.
Thank you for clarifying that, because I mean this is how
I don't know
information-
where did you get that?
You, where
Yeah,
did you
yes,
get
I
your
went
own blog
online.
from?
I saw it
See,
online.
my dear, online.
Online.
When
I
was,
saw
when
it
was
online.
yours?
This
This
When-
one is
when is yours?
probably Wikipedia or
Yeah,
Is it
I
Wikipedia?
Google it. I Google it. And I know it's only Abia
It's only
State,
Abia, me
as Abia,
Labour
right?
Party won.
Labour
The guy that was saying that he
The guy-
won,
And there was a lot of
he won
ceremony.
He
There was
won
a lot of joy.
Is it not the same guy that was saying that he
all
won
these
an
other
election
places
before?
you are
Is
talking about.
Yes, now.
where I got mine? I don't know if you people have come across that video. The guy was holding a cassava stick and he was mentioning them one after the
No,
other.
these places that you are mentioning, originally we won them, but they did not give us our mandate.
So there's
but the one we had our mandate is only
there's
Abia.
a governor now that
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember his name, that was saying that he's grateful for what Peter Obi had done for him. but that he had won an election before without Peter
That's
Obi
Abia
under
State.
That's
And
Abia,
that's
right?
Abia State, that's the same guy.
OT,
But that
okay.
is really not what happened.
Well,
That's really not what happened.
We're not dwelling on that. We're not
let's
dwelling
expand
on
into
that. We are moving forward.
So
Okay.
we hear your position.
We hear you.
We hear your position. My position finally is that don't be a political pawn and understand that a divided people are the easiest people to rule. You see everything that is going on, all these tribal sentiments, all of what they play different cards at different times. Politics is a game of it's like playing chess. So if you don't see these things, you would always end up being at the receiving end of politicians that will still sit with themselves.
I know, right?
But at the same time, do not flog a child and tell the child not to cry.
Of course, absolutely. I agree.
Absolutely. Well,
Me, for me, I'm
everybody
crying,
have
no.
laid
Me, I'm
out-
really crying. I'm pained.
It's okay. You'll be fine. Everybody have laid
Ah.
out their points. We should be moving forward. I think there's also one other issue in the industry trending now, also in Nigeria,
Okay.
which is the issue of Davido releasing an album. So personally, to me, I want to know like you guys' opinion because it's been a long time we've seen this dude online, even to post. And recently he will post, his comments will get up to 300,000 comments, unlike usual. Whiskey, Burna Boy, they don't get up to that. Even sometimes Beyonce posts don't get up to that. So there is definitely something. And looking at the way the album is, I don't know, what are you guys thought? Do you think the album is going to be a hit? Or do you think people are going to stream this album out of sympathy to just sympathize with the loss of his son?
That's exactly what I was going to say next, Davido's album coming out, even if it's breeze that he blows on the album, people will accept it. Not only out of, not just sympathy, but empathy. As well, because this guy for the past months he has gone through a lot, and this is one thing that gets to, as an artist, that is enough to kill your career, because what on earth do you want to bring out again? That's nothing, because what is most precious to an extent, even though I know that he has other kids, but being a public figure and this thing happens to you and the world can see it, and that's sympathy will be there. So even if you come out and say,
so in other words, you are saying that the album may not be a hit, but people would stream it because the last album he dropped was kind of flop. The one with Nicki Minaj, it didn't go anywhere. The one with That Baby, it didn't go anywhere. The track with name them, he featured a lot of American artists, and all of them didn't go anywhere. So, like, are you trying to say that it won't be a hit like the last album, but people will stream it because of empathy?
I am saying that even though we have not heard it, because of what has happened, it's already a hit.
Yeah,
So
that's true,
it's a hit already.
Yeah, that's
whatever
true.
comes out,
Whatever comes out will definitely be a hit.
Yeah.
But for me, I just see we are giving back to Davido what he has given to the society at this point.
Yeah.
Davido is a very good person. He's a good man.
Yeah.
And we can only but just love him unconditionally. Yeah. So I wish him the best. I'm waiting. Like me, maybe I will be the first. I will not even sleep. The time difference, I just want to that's just for him. That's just for him.
And I just want to tell him too that he should not bother cracking his brain to write good songs. Do anything. Don't bother. Anything you do, we are buying this one.
You are indirectly
for
saying
this
that
one.
Davido don't drop good music. That's
No,
what
he
you
does.
both
No,
are
we are not saying that.
saying.
He does drop good
Davido has
music.
always dropped good
Listen
music.
And
You are
don't
what
forget,
you are saying.
and do you know why I will even support Davido on this? Timeless.
But
Wait,
Timeless was
Wait,
kinda trash.
timeless and was backed
Timeless-
up. Wait, and was
Wait,
backed up
is
biblically.
Timeless- the Timeless is
Let me
this
tell
one,
you,
right?
Yeah, timeless
okay,
is this
the
one.
previous one, what was the name of the album?
Forget the
again?
previous one. We are talking of the present one now. He did not only do, like we have not heard it, but he did not only do timeless, but timeless is backed up biblically. Like you will feel it. You will connect it to your day-to-day activity. That alone is enough for me.
Wait.
Yes, go and see what it is.
You're trying to tell me that early in the morning at 6 a.m. On Sunday, you turn on your TV and you play Davido to worship God.
Me, let me tell you something. No, not to worship God.
No,
What I'm saying, no. You are getting me wrong. You are getting me wrong. You're getting me wrong. What I'm saying is, when he made it timeless, he said there is time for everything. There is time to dance. There is time to eat. There is time to shegogwe. But listen, my dear, yes, there is time. The Bible says there is time for everything.
Let me make it clear. Wait, let me make it clear.
So man, it's connected to me. Me personally, I have that connection with that timeless without listening to that music.
Let me make it clear.
So if quoting the Bible, you can play it on a Sunday morning.
It's
the Bible.
Yes.
If this album, Davido mistakenly writes the song himself, it's gonna be a flop.
It's not gonna be a flop.
Forget whether he writes it or somebody else writes it. All I know is that
Peruzzi always writes good songs for Davido. You see, techno.
Is he not paid for it?
If Davido won't hit, they come back.
The music is not out yet. The music is not out yet, but I'm already dancing to it.
I'm already dancing
out of this empathy.
No, listen, not empathy. Me, I'm dancing out of there is time for everything.
Have you listened to track?
Imagine.
Have you listened to track of that movie?
Don't mind
that music. Track
there is time for everything. Okay, call me this time last year, 2021 December. Call me and ask me there is time for what? That was time for depression. But call me now for this time of what? Time for happiness and joy. If I'm not happy, will I be here with two people? There is time for everything. I beg, leave Davido.
Listen to track 10 of that album. Track 10 is the bomb. Track 10 is the bomb.
Let's
Where you for track 10?
You don't even need to hear the
Which time you see and
which time exactly? They never release.
It's a bomb. It's a bomb already.
Whatever track 10 is.
It's a bomb.
I think generally we should all accept the fact that Davido is quite talented, but not talented to give a hit track by himself. He needs to work with people like Techno and Peruzzi if he wants to come back.
No, he works with Peruzzi.
No, I'm talking of this track. If he doesn't work with people to write the song for him,
the song has already been written, so you are late come already.
No, I'm saying trust and believe. If these people are not in this song, it's gonna be a flop.
They can be on the next one because this one is already.
I know the excitement when the last album. I know the excitement on people, the whole of Nigeria. Oh, Davido, Tunde not posting. Oh, Davido is working with Nicki Minaj. Davido is working with that baby and all of that. We all thought it's gonna be a hit, but what happened? Working with all these American singers will not get Grammy. That's one thing you people should understand.
Timeless.
Because I'm quite all right. I love Davido. I like Davido. But if we are being plain honest, working with all these big artists is not what's gonna get him Grammy.
Do you know what a lifetime achievement is? Okay. Have you heard of a lifetime achievement? Lifetime achievement
of where?
It's an achievement it's an award that you collect that even if you do not do anything in your life, it's already gone. You have achieved.
Lifetime achievement.
So this particular album we are talking about, Timeless, is a blown achievement.
Yes.
So anytime you release it will blow.
So. I hope so, but let's see. We'll do the review of the song.
Is it not on the 30th, on the 31st?
I'm already enjoying it. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm enjoying it.
You have not heard any track, but you're saying track 10. Have you listened to track 10?
Track 2.
Next episode, we'll
watch
do a
out for.
review.
You know the major tracks you should look out for? 2, 3, 7, 10, and 5. Forget it. Those tracks are
If
bomb.
you like, let him go and feature Cardi B.
No,
if you like, let him go and feature Cardi B. But at the end of the day, if it's not a hit, it's not a hit.
So
but it's okay.
If I'll give my 2 cents and then we can move on to the next thing. I see it from a different perspective from everybody. You see, music is always a form of art and a form of expression. With the amount of pain he has been through this period, that may just have been all the inspiration he needed to write.
Thank you.
Because when you're in those moments, the things you think of, the things that cross your mind, if you can, look, it's what. That's the reason why if you listen to Jamaican music is one of the most technical music to listen to, and it's still one of the simplest music to listen to. I don't mean the ones that speak all those high patois, the ones that pick their lyrics one by one, because it always comes from reflection. When you listen to a Jamaican love song, the way they will pick their lyrics, you know that this person didn't go to studio to decide,
decide.
oh, I want to sing a love song. The guy is thinking of somebody at the moment. He's or an experience. He's reflecting. So I feel I cannot tell what the album is going to be like. I can only wait and hope for the best for him. I hope that the amount of reflection he has had and that time, because sometimes when you're in pain and the only place you have to express your pain is through the
Singing
pen,
and
to go and
writing.
write. You never know what will turn out. So even he might not even be thinking of all these blowing people are talking about.
Yeah.
Whether the world buys it or not, he probably doesn't. He probably might not even care.
You know
But
what?
he just wants to express.
You know
You
some-
never know. So for me, I don't know if that's the case. Let me learn. I don't know if that's the case. But whatever the case is, I can only hope for the best for this album, because I think I was watching his language all through that. Sometimes he'll delete his post. This person is not just, he's not in the zone of I want to come and blow back and be the biggest
I
artist.
know,
That's not where he is right now. He's not there.
Even
He's-
had to delete his profile.
He's in a
DP,
different place. So I just hope whatever that place he is, eventually when the material comes out, it will give him the emotional comfort or satisfaction that he's looking for. That's my take.
One funny thing.
I
One funny
support.
thing that the society now is, trying to normalize by fire by force is co-writer of a shit.
Is
You will
what?
Of your
co-writer of a shit on music. You will see somebody that that is the main pen, write song from A to Z, and then maybe because the artist is let's say Davido, Wizkid, and then they will come to studio and cough, maybe add one. They will now say Wizkid is a co-writer to the song, just so they won't give the pen people their full credit. You
don't know
talking
how that
about
operates.
out of empathy that he will write this. Let me tell you something. Be less assured, Davido will not write any of the song.
That's fine. But whatever the case is, let's cut him a slack.
Well,
exactly.
At this time,
At this time,
let's cut him a
let's call it
slack.
a slack. Yeah.
That's
At
the
this
best.
time.
If he drops the
it.
song
At this time.
and you don't like it, it's fine.
It's
Move
fine.
on. There is a billion. Look, people are. Roga is there. Omale. These boys are dropping songs on a daily basis.
But my-
This new one that is
but-
running now,
but
what's
the
his name?
question-
Shay Five. They're out there.
The
So
question
if you
I
don't like
keep
it, drop it.
asking, the question I keep asking is, what really killed Davido's song?
Oh wow, that's
that's a different topic.
that's too weak. Like the amount of research that will be required to have that conversation.
To look 20
This
episodes.
show cannot carry it at the moment.
I know, but
So
to
let's-
cut it in 1 second is that Davido, people close to him know what caused the guy's death. They just don't want to reveal it. That's what I know. A big guy like that with that kind of house with
Okay.
security,
It-
and
it-
they want to tell me, oh, he just no. Please let's forget that. It's another day.
It could have just been
But
negligence, but
negligence,
we'll,
yes.
we'll take your position on
Yeah,
it.
negligence,
Okay?
yes, but God, they heaven
Yeah,
this
still-
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's move to
introduce the next topic. No, not before industry. The what they call the name?
This one you say before industry, where you point your hand like this.
No, you are the topic of industry today.
Hey.
That's why I said we are bulletproof.
Oh.
vest. So before industry, the white money and what they call her name? sef?
Victoria.
No,
Victoria.
Victoria and Yama, yeah.
Yeah. So this one, let's make it short. One comment
No,
each, and then
I
we'll move on.
think who has a perfect understanding of it more should talk about it, because
No,
I-
You didn't read
Oh,
it?
you didn't really,
You didn't read
you
it?
didn't
I
hear much
didn't
about
really-
it.
I
Okay.
think I think generally speaking, sometimes as a man you gotta know what you say. Not everything you see your mouth
Yeah.
you choke in. As a man, you kind of articulate your words. Women may take it out of context, especially when it has something to do with women. Just having an opinion on what goes on women's body,
Yeah.
if they decide to do abortion or not. It's their body. Let them do what they want. So you as a man coming to detect what happens on a woman or woman's life, that is absolutely rubbish. And if you are generalizing every woman to what you're saying,
then
then
obviously-
don't fucking pick offense when they generalize your mom to it, because
Okay.
your mom is a woman.
Okay.
So I don't get it why he's getting cheesed up and getting mad, because Victoria, they are saying that, oh, if you're saying every woman, then your mom is involved.
Okay, let me chip in there. At the same time, you said if he generalizes it to women, but he never mentioned Nyama. Nyama or what's Victoria, right? See, women support women. Yes, I will always support Victoria. She's my senior colleague. I respect her a lot. And see, when this guy, White Money is a cruise guy. We all know he's a cruise guy, right? And being in
Big Brother Nigeria.
Big Brother Nigeria, he can always come out to say, look at when he bought his car now, look at what he was doing, right? Okay, it's for the gram. But what I would say is he actually said that, yes, he said all women, which includes his mom, his sister, and all that. Fine. But what I would say is it's not everything you will just go and comment. If you go and comment anyhow, you will see anyhow. Like me, I don't just go and comment anyhow on Instagram. Even when I went to, what is it called, Gist Lover page to comment, Gist Lover said, oh, they have given Tinubu an Igbo name. And I now said to Gist Lover, I said, okay, now that they have given Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu an Igbo name. So please, can you drag Sanwo-Olu too? She just blocked me. She or he just blocked me immediately. So what I'm saying is, by the time you comment where they no ask you to comment, you go chop woto. You understand?
Okay.
See, White Money said what he said, which me and you know. White Money get big mouth. Yes, he has his own fault. He has his own fault. Me and you know, me when I dey here, sorry, one fine guy come tell me, say, Deborah, I won't buy you mansion. I won't give you, even if na dwarf. Sorry, make anybody not see me say this to you. Even now, I go manage him. After I've been a struggling single mom for years since I divorced. You understand? And I see one person that wants to uplift me. Mama, sorry, love. Who love help? Who love help? No, this is the main fact. Let's say the truth.
Conversation.
Because a lot of people are hiding under the carpet, saying that no, not be all women. See, let me tell you something. Yes, see, I be hustler. Man money no they enter my eye. That's just the truth. Man money no they enter my eye.
But dwarf money
But,
go enter your eye.
but if money when you need one, you know when they say money need one? That money when you get it one, like this.
Get pride.
You gym, the money gym.
Man, I go say this money goes. See, happiness now. People say maybe money cannot buy happiness. You see, for me now, I need my peace of mind. I need my happiness. I need it. My person can't give me that money. Say, come make as long as now you are the date. I know the prostitute, right? I'm dating you. You are taking care of me. That's not prostitution. So I'm good. I will accept it. So what White Money is saying is true. Because if even White Money, when he did there, so he come, even though he be like my son, if he born White Money, right? He carry down huge amount of money, can't give me. I go date you. And I go date you alone. Yes, I go date him alone. Or maybe when White Money never get money, he they try to toast me. I go tell White Money, say you dey play. You are my daughter's mates. You understand? I feel born you. I know if he date you. But when he later come back with money, you won't tell me say I no go agree. I go agree because I'm not prostituting. I'm dating you. You understand? Okay. So if Iyama comes to say, na your mama, na your this, I beg. Are you guilty of something? Are you really guilty of something? Why would you come to make a statement like that? Yes, women support women, but I must say the truth. What she said was wrong. Yes, and I will still blame White Money to stop the yarn anyhow.
Yeah.
That's it.
Any 1 or 2 cents? Just to chip
For
in.
me, unfortunately, because I didn't really read the news, because I know say White Money sabi talk
anyhow.
Since we don't get money, I know say they talk anyhow. So when I just saw it that they started fighting again, I didn't bother reading the news, but I was very sure say White Money don't go find trouble.
I know.
You see the thing is he not the same guy that when he was in Big Brother claiming that they don't get shishi.
But he has White Money
get
now.
shishi. And then all of a sudden he came out and his hand is like this.
Whatever he does, it's not our business, but it's okay.
I don't understand.
Let me share my 2 cents on it. First and foremost, as I said, there is caution that should be called to both sides. Number one, on the side of White Money, who was the women's favorite when it was at the Big Brother house. You know, being the women's favorite means he won that ticket or the show on the votes of the women who just loved him because he was an amazing cook. He was such a great guy. And, you know, somebody who tried to portray as the perfect guy for a woman or somebody who... You know. But that being said, I also want to point out that he may not be the best with... I always tell people one thing. I have a friend of mine that I always tell, might be watching this show right now, that look, you are responsible for your words. What you are trying to express, if you do not choose the right words to articulate your expression and you misrepresent yourself, you are responsible for the outcome.
Exactly.
Sure. What White Money was trying to say, I listened to him properly. He did mention that from his own experience. What does that say? He's talking about his own journey, but like, this is my experience. So, saying from a person that had low self-esteem, he had admitted, like, yeah, he said from a person that had low self-esteem, you know, this is what I think. Like, at least the fact that I have money now, it don't boost my morale, it don't boost my ego. People are not even follow talk, but if you follow them talk, and they didn't listen. You understand? So the fact that he has qualified it that it is from his experience. You get me? It's not everything we need to make a gender war. We have to be always very careful with this, because there is something that also goes on social media now. Like, you know, women come and say all sorts of things. Nobody does anything. But the minute a man says anything that women are comfortable with generally, all the women come out. No, so
bros.
It's not.
Bros, I be woman, oh. I don't do ethnic. I don't do this thing. Nah, you don't be gender.
No. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know why I said this. Like, it's not everything that needs to be a gender war. If I listen to him and I know that what he said from his own experience, when somebody says something from his experience, personalize it to him. If it not affect you, you don't have to respond with that kind of venom. But I understand the emotion, which is, see the idiots we voted for. That kind of thing, I need to do them. But he actually, if he had chosen a different choice of, picked a different choice of words, he might have expressed himself better.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
So that is on him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people should just take one extra. Just listen to it in the talk. I heard those two things from my own experience. He said that. And then he said, from a guy that has always had low self-esteem. He said that. So it means he's just happier where he is with the fact that he has Duchi in his pocket. Okay. He didn't say that women come and open pant for me.
Yeah, it's equally like saying, guys, make money,
yeah,
and then get whatever you want. So and that is the truth.
He didn't
make money and get
he didn't
whatever
say,
you want.
Have money and women, all the women
sleep with all the women.
No, he didn't say that. So he was careful with his words. And secondly speaking, I always say one thing. No matter how you feel, always leave the parents out.
I know. Always
leave the parents out. I understand the position that you're trying to make. But why make that reference? Imagine yourself someday, your son, because he has a son, grows up and makes a statement in public that may not be, and everybody starts to point and everybody starts to send him back home. How would you feel? When you have a son as a woman, there are some certain things that you should mind saying, because you should look at what you can take and what you cannot take. I think it was a little too much calling out his mom.
I would say, sorry, saying, my senior, but that was wrong.
I personally, I think it was too much. Hold on. Let me land. I think it was too much. If you feel that way, like you feel so, like that's how you feel, you don't have to come out on social media because what you have done, it is not White Money you have attacked, it is the mother, because the mother, it's the social media, the woman will hear now.
Oh,
is definitely. That the point for her to hear?
Definitely.
That see what your son said.
Yeah, of course.
The woman has no. I mean, he made a statement. He's in the limelight. Why should she have to be the one to take the insult?
To take the bullet
because of that kind of thing. That's my position.
Okay. I'm gonna put mine, and we're gonna go on a very short break.
Yep.
To put it, I still stand my ground that Victoria was right with what she said.
Okay.
White Money, on the other hand, he may be right with what he said, but he shouldn't pick offense when he generalized every woman and they involve his mother. So he shouldn't feel bad about that. Next time, let him make the right choice of words to use. Maybe he could say some women.
I agree.
So that's on my own nature. And
We
this
agree.
is
Make all
21st
of them go
century.
sleep.
This is 21st century.
Okay.
Who, like, in the
Make all
world
of
now,
them go
who still
sleep.
say women beg men for money?
Okay.
But women beg men for money.
No.
But women beg
If
men
you
for
have
money.
friends that do that, then
I am
that's
a
on you
woman.
and your friend. If you do it, that's on you.
We understand.
There are
we-
women out
we
there
understand-
who work so
we
damn
are-
hard.
we
I work
There
so
are
damn
women-
hard.
There are women.
I work so
there are
damn hard.
women
But when
that-
I get an
listen,
extra
let me tell
money,
you
I'll
something.
go
I have
for
a
it.
friend. Let me tell
What
you
the
this.
hell are you
I have a
saying?
friend that what he does is each time the sugar mommy, I would say, calls him, all he does is go wash her plates. You know what I mean by wash her plates?
I don't know.
Go down on her, and the woman gives him money. So now you won't see that to say, oh, men that go after women with money, but when a woman does it, it becomes
But
a
do you
problem.
also know that that woman that does that
Come
collects
on,
money
guys,
from
come
another place?
on.
Do you also know?
She makes her own
Were
day.
you there?
This is a
Were
woman-
you
this
there?
is a woman talking.
Were you there?
This is a mature
someone,
woman
Were you
no,
there?
Listen, let me tell you something.
This is a mature
Let me
woman.
tell you
someone
something.
like-
someone
Money is
like-
never enough
Listen.
for a woman, especially
Okay,
a struggling or not a struggling,
Okay.
especially a made woman. Money
Okay.
is never enough.
Okay, Deborah.
So, no,
Deborah,
I wanna make a point.
let's just quickly move forward from here. It's still in the spirit of industry, so let's drive it home. Let's drive it home by moving to the next.
No, let's
the
go on a
next
quick
discussion.
break before we come back
topic
to
is
that.
inconclusive.
It's
Yes,
conclusive.
it's
We'll
inconclusive.
leave it like that.
We are coming back.
leave it like
Just
that.
watch out, sit tight.
Gentlemen, you are right about white money, but
Whether
I can never, I will never agree to somebody calling out another person's parents on
Yes,
social media.
Yeah,
like
white
if you
money-
don't want them
white
to
money
call
is
your
wrong.
parents,
No.
You
don't
have
generalize
explained
it.
why
Parent
white
that
money
spoke
said
on a
that.
commercial break.
Yes, you
Okay,
explained
if you
why
don't
the
want
white
it,
money
don't
said that.
generalize
But
it.
because white money is a loud mouth.
Let's go
And at
on
the
a
same time,
commercial break.
where
When we
Victoria
come
is right by saying
Yes.
your mother, but she is wrong by calling out an elderly
Yes,
woman. So let
yes.
everybody accept their fault and
you
go
are-
and
see,
speak.
Deborah,
Yes,
Deborah,
yes,
you are right.
yes.
Emmanuel, if you think
You
you
are
are
right.
right, you are also right. So please, let's go on a
If
commercial
he's
think
break.
you are
not
right,
smart
you're also
enough,
right.
if he's not smart enough
okay.
or he's illiterate is affecting
Yes.
him,
No,
made
illiteracy
to
is
run
not
well,
affecting him.
then he
Illiteracy
should-
is
All
not
of you are
affecting
right.
him.
Emmanuel,
No.
Emmanuel, let me tell you something today and write
You
today.
people are right.
Hold on, write today's date down. That I said
I
it.
can be left,
Hold on,
I don't
I want
matter.
to you're in the public face now.
Yeah.
You're a human being. There are times you would err. There are times you will get things wrong. Somebody will call your mother out, and I will see
Thank
how you
you.
feel about it.
Oh,
Titi,
wait,
let me tell you
wait.
something.
Make them
It
go
might
to
not be
person
deliberate.
away.
Let me tell you
Because
something.
my
It might
home-
not be- it might not be deliberate.
We know the end of
Let me
it.
somebody
let
calls
me
your
know.
mother
Let
out.
No hand.
Camera.
Titi,
How
let
will
me
you
tell you
feel?
This
something.
topic no
Camera,
hands.
Let me tell you
You know they
something.
touch anything.
You
Titi,
sit it.
no, no,
you
no.
are-
You are a
Let me
man.
tell
You
and then
are a
you
man.
are
You
away next time.
are a
This is
man.
on
If you
Hotman.
toast me, for
Please
what you
keep
toast me,
watching
if you toast me
Hotman, 'cause
next
you will
time,
come your way
I
next
don't know,
time.
Victoria.
In
If
camera,
you bring me
I
there-
dey toast you.
They toast you.
Camera cut.
I dey toast you.
No, you don't feel if you toast me.
Guys, we are done with this topic, guys.
If you toast me with me,
We are going on a break.
Titi, no.
Your favorite hangout show is here. Premium fun is here.
Now because of me, una come out.
Canada. If I say I go follow na come top this Aduro.
I stand in front of ATM machine one day. One Yoruba man standing in front of me. After collecting cash, he still won't go. He greets the machine. Esheu. Hola, don't follow me down. Don't follow me down. They go. Now let me DJ play for only.
Maurice Berry Entertainment brings back My Hearing Season 4. Tag Citizenship Approved. Featuring Alibaba, Osita Yeme, and Chinedu Ikedieze, aka Aki and Popo, MC Morris, Yomi Fabi, Eleno, and many more. Guest performance by Loud Winjo. Date 21st of May 2023. Venue Minecraft Event Center 17. Final court. Fun. Start time is 5 p.m. Ticket and reservation. Ritually stable for hate $5,000. Citizen stable for hate $1,000. Permanent resident stable for hate $800. Aduro $80. Contact the numbers on your screen for sponsorship and advert placement. Official media partner for this event is Waka Canada. Come on.